Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 28 of the Pride FC WMMA 5 series on the channel. It's the last show, 2003. It's the Shockwave show, and afterwards, once we run the show and whatnot, it's going to be we're going to look at the end of the year awards and whatnot, and the records and whatnot. Some fun times are ahead before we send out the year into 2004. As the mail, we did a lot of signees for the welterweight division. Sean Pearson, Mike Quick Swick, and then Matt Hughes, the fucking UFC welterweight champion of the world, is now with Pride FC at 25-2. I don't think he's lost since we've started the mod. Oh, he did. She lost in May of 2002. Wow. But then I think he quickly won the title back. Wow. So that's fun. Yeah, that's definitely like the biggest signee of the welterweight division we could probably think of. Number one welterweight in the world, obviously. As Alexei Olenek left Red Devil Sport. And then Nick fucking Diaz signed an exclusive contract to UFC. I had no idea. I was simming it. And I think it's because he wasn't shortlisted or we didn't try to give him a contract or anything. It just didn't pop up that he was going to sign an exclusive deal. I love Nick Diaz. He did actually pretty bad in rings for us. This was a fantastic fight, but then the poor fight with John Fitch, which went to a decision. Hopefully we'll get him back around once his UFC contract expires and he's got a nice record on his hands and whatnot, but we'll see. As Kazuki Fujita left Takata Dojo and he joined Perestra. So that's another Takata Dojo member leaves. Which I wonder how many people are left there. Well, we can look real quick. But yeah, there's still Takanori Gomi, Sakuraba, obviously Daria Matsui, and Masaki Satagi. And then Tetsuji Kato, Uchu Tatsumi. Yeah, and Norifumi Yamato is a visitor as well. That's fun. Where else? Oh god, yeah, Perestra's becoming the top fucking dojo in Japan, it's looking like. That's fun. Alright, let's get to the show. So then we get Takata and Hideko Yoshida is our main event. Dan Hendo Anderson, Igor Vovanovich says, no, that's not him. Vovanson. There you go. As Alex Stevling, Frank Shamrock, Ogawa, Drumley Banner, Rich Franklin, Masakatsu Funaki, Hoist Gracie, Minoru Suzuki. What a fucking main card, and the prelims we'll get to once we get there. We don't even need to show the prelims till we actually get there. As Takada's main eventing a Pride show for the 9th time, and you never know, this could be his final time, as this first time they have fought, and Yoshida has a 6-inch advantage, and he has the large margin favorite of the betting odds. 7-0 to the Blur Cat staff picks, as Dan Hendo Henderson versus Ice Cold Igor, two of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. 5. The 5th ranked fighter in the world, and Igor in the 8th fucking fighter in the world, and Dan Hendo Henderson. Igor has finished 3 of his last 5 opponents off, as this is the first time they have fought. Igor's going to enjoy the significant weight advantage in the fight, and Dan Henderson has the 7-inch reach advantage. It's 5-2 on the Blurcat staff picks. What a great fucking fight. We planned this probably way in advance. This could have been on the American Bushido card. This could have been on really any type of fucking card, but I wanted this to be on the Shockwave show. This just felt like this was a very special fucking fight here. So here it is in the co-main as the Brazilian killer Alex Stevling versus Frank Shamrock, two guys who have lost to Vanderlei Silva, and here they are. Alex Stevling still looking for his first Pride win, or Frank Shamrock as he's been doing 3-1 Prides. He just had his first loss against Vanderlei Silva. As what a fantastic fight that was. As 3-4 on the Blurcat staff picks. Frank Shamrock has the slight edge. Another great fucking fight. Two of the best pound fighters in the world battling it out. As Ogawa taking on Jerome Lee Banner. Ogawa hasn't won since September 2001, but the betting odds have him as a large margin favorite here. 7-0 against Jerome Lee Banner, of course, obviously because Ogawa judo's background. Once he gets the kickboxer Jerome Lee Banner to the ground, it's pretty much going to be over. It's Rich Ace Franklin versus Masakatsu Funaki. Rich Franklin's won 3 of his last 5 fights by knockout. Funaki's ranked 15th in the middleweight division, whereas Rich Franklin is 23rd, and he has the Blurcat staff pick 7-0 against Masakatsu Funaki. has to be a big win for Rich Franklin. As then the opener, Hoist Gracie, Minoru Suzuki. What a fucking dream bout come to life as Suzuki trains at Presto, which Gracie's 1-0 against other current members of that team. Suzuki's won 3 of his last 5 by decision, and this is the first time they fought. It's a significant weight advantage will be to Minoru Suzuki, and he does have the Blurcast staff picks 4-3. As Hoist Gracie, if he loses this fight, which he probably should have already been gone by the Ricardo Arona fight, let alone the Hideko Yoshida fight. I mean, this man has not won since the opening round of the fucking Grand Prix when he beat Nobuhiko Takata. Hopefully at least, we can get Hoist Gracie the fuck out of here. But we'll see, though. He's got a fighter's chance against Minoru Suzuki. It's in the prelims. Daniel Pewter making his pro debut against Fabrizio Verdum, as Verdum is the big favorite, even though Pewter has a significant weight advantage. And then Trey Trauma Tellingman versus the Dean Amin Keith Jardine, which Keith Jardine's won 3 of his last 5 fights by decision. And Tellingman's going to enjoy a significant weight advantage. He won his Pride FC debut against Little Nog and went to a unanimous decision win. As Trey Tellingman, he is on he lost to Fabricio Verdum, and then before that he beat Alexander Atsuka and Nobuhiko Takata. But, he's lost to some, biggish names, Gary Goodrich, Andre Arlovsky, and Fabricio Verdum, a big name in the making. But we'll see what happens here with the Dean Amin Keith Jardine, which it's looking like it's going to be all Keith Jardine, 9-5-1, 6-1 for Keith Jardine, 38 years old, 28 years old, both 6'2", both almost, they 205, 220. It's actually pretty close, plus 100, minus 110. Renzo Gracie Jiu-Jitsu lines it in from the respective bouts as from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and from Dallas, Texas. Wow. It's pretty close. As Big John McCarthy is our referee, our judges, as Jardine is facing major size disadvantage in this fight, giving up at least 25 pounds. As round 1 begins, an offer of touch gloves is completely ignored by Trey Tellingman. They come together and strike. Jardine counters a right hand with a brace of jabs and are followed by a powerful straight right hand, and it's a knockout. Tellingman is down and out. That's what happens. You don't fucking touch gloves. You get knocked the fuck out. The Dean Amin, Keith Jardine, gets the win in 27 seconds. What a way to kick off the Shockwave card. As, my God. As Keith Jardine thanks everyone connected to Renzo Gracie Jiu-Jitsu for helping him prepare for this fight, and that his sponsors for supporting him financially. Down on to the last prelim fight. Daniel Pewter, Fabricio Verdum, 2-1 rather, 0-0 of course. Obviously Daniel Pewter making his debut. 6'3", 245, 6'4", 235, 22, 26 years old. As both no team wrestling background for Daniel Pewter, of course, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for Fabricio Verdum. As minus 510, plus 400. As Iwan Takakawa is our referee, our judges. Fight begins. They start with a touch of gloves. Pewter steps in, looking to work his way into a dominant position in the clinch. Tries to take him down. He gets the takedown. It's a good 1-for-1 on the takedowns right off the rip for Daniel Pewter, which Verdum has to pull guard. He throws several small strikes at Verdum, always keeping close body contact, so he has no space to work with. That's a smart idea, but it's a little too late though. There's a triangle choke, but Pewter blocks the attempt. As he doesn't posture up, perhaps wary of the submissions, as instead using small strikes to keep his head on his opponent's chest. And again, he's got an arm, and it looks like he's looking for another triangle choke, but again, Pewter blocks it. He throws a few relatively weak-looking right hands, and again, a third time, looking to get a hold of the arm, but again, Pewter doesn't allow that to happen. There's a shoulder smash, and another triangle attempt, and he gets it this time now, as Pewter gets caught by the triangle, and it's deep, and there's no alternative but to tap out. That the boy for Fabricio Verdum. Getting the one with the triangle choke, as it did happen the third time, or he went for it the fourth time and he got it. As that was rated great as well. That was surprising. I figured it wouldn't be rated that highly. But there you go. As Fabricio Verdum name checks all of his sponsors and thanks all of his fans who turned out to support him. He asked who he'd like to face in this next fight, and he replies that he wants Don Fry anytime, any place, and he's going to embarrass him. Jesus Christ! As he gave a good account of himself there. My God, Fabricio Verdum knows how to sell a fight. As the two old men open it up, as the 36-year-old Hoist Gracie taking on 35-year-old Minoru Suzuki, 6 foot 185, 5'10", 205. As 12-6-1, 30-19, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu catch wrestling background. Plus 120, minus 160. So kind of close on the betting line. As our referee, Hideki and Igumo as our judges. Suzuki gets a good reaction from the fans as he enters the arena. He's fighting in front of a hometown crowd. The fight begins. Gracie steps forward, willing to take a few shots as long as it can get close enough to wrestle. He lands a left jab to Suzuki, but Gracie avoids the big right. Without taking too much damage, Gracie is able to clinch up with Suzuki. He's trying to muscle him up against the ropes. He does so, and now he has him pinned to the ropes as he traps Suzuki in a double underhook. 60 seconds goes by, something of a stalemate as happens, as neither fighter begins able to improve their position and generate an advantage. There's a trip takedown attempt. He gets it. Suzuki has no answer on the slick trip as he is left down to under side control. As inside control, Gracie throws a couple of punches designed to keep him guessing. Looking for a Kimura, but Suzuki doesn't allow it. He blocks the attempted sweep. Does Gracie looking for an arm triangle now, and again Suzuki blocks it. As he moves from side control to north-south, does Gracie, the result of an attempted sweep. As a result of an attempted sweep is that he takes a few elbows in the midsection. There's nothing much behind him, though. As he tries to scramble from underneath, but Gracie keeps a hold of the position. There's another, short elbows with the ribs. They're thrown without venom, though. As he tries to get out from the under north-south position, rather, but doesn't budge. As he decides to alter positions and moves himself into side control. Begins trying to get himself into mount. He mounts him. This is not good. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. He's got him in mount. Gracie tries to pound onto Suzuki, but none of the blows land with any degree of power. He controls Suzuki, who's trying to wiggle the half guard. Tries to pound on Suzuki, but all blows are comfortably dealt with. As he tries to move Gracie enough to get half guard, but he can't get enough space. He fires off some rights, but Suzuki's in trouble with him. Tries to get enough space to pull half guard, but Gracie doesn't allow it. And there's looking for an armbar now. He gets it. He gets the armbar. Hoist Gracie gets the first win since fucking 2000. My God. As Suzuki taps out Hoist Gracie as our winner, 13-6-1, 30-20 from Minoru Suzuki. That's tough. I don't think Minoru Suzuki now. Yeah, he hasn't won a pride fight. Lost to Sakuraba. Now he's losing the Hoist Gracie here. He's rated good though, at least. As he gives a name check to everyone at Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Academy, all of his favorite sponsors. Then it's all of his fans, family supporters. He says it was a tough fight and gives a show of respect to Minoru Suzuki. As next up, Rich Ace Franklin taking on Masakatsu Funaki. As let's see if Masakatsu Funaki will face the same fate as Minoru Suzuki. As 29 years old, 34 years old, 6 foot, 6'1", both 205, weighed in at 205 at least. 9-1, 44-16-1, kickboxing, wrestling background for Rich Franklin. Catch wrestling, of course, for Masakatsu Funaki. Minus 260, plus 200 for Masakatsu Funaki. As a referee, our judges. Round 1 begins. Attacking with intent, Franklin scores a 3 out of 4 flurry punch combination as Funaki steps back to avoid the high left head kick. As Franklin lands a right jab, but Funaki evades the big left punch. As he looks confident, he's shortening the range, now he's looking to strike, lands 2 jabs, and then hits Funaki with the beauty of a straight left, and he is wobbly now. Franklin looks like he was coming in for the kill as Funaki just covers up. 2 days to do anything but tries to survive for the next few seconds. And there's a crunching head kick. Funaki collapses and is out cold. A knockout head kick there from Rich Ace Franklin. 10-1 now. As Masakatsu Funaki's 44-17. Rated good. What a fucking fight. What a card this has been for fucking Shockwave now. As Rich Franklin name checks everyone. Name checks all of his sponsors and thanks the fans who turned out to support him. He asked about the finish. He says that it was a delight to have landed such a perfect kick, calling it a highlight reel knockout. That is for sure. As Ogawa taking on Jerome Lee Banner, 6-3, 2-2, minus 680, plus 540. This is a bit of a one-sided affair. They are two fucking giants. 6'4", 255, 6'3", 260. Judo background, kickboxing background. This could have been a little farther down the card, but that's alright. Big John McCarthy's our referee. Our judges, that's the bell. Jerome Le'Veil fails to find home his jab, but then lands a crunching right hand to the body. He lands a jab and hits Ogawa with a body kick. As he strunts around the ring like he owns the place, though, as Ogawa hasn't done shit, though. Showing good hand speed, Lee Banner lands 3 out of flurry of 3 punches, and then hits Ogawa with the beautiful right uppercut, and he knocks him out. He is knocked out, and it is all over. Jerome Lee Banner with a beautiful right uppercut knocks him the fuck out. That's fucking Jerome Lee Banner for you. He can knock you out in a fucking heartbeat. What a goddamn card this has been. As Ogawa has not won since Pride 16 back in September of 2001 now. We might have to send Ogawa down to fucking rings. He is, that might be where we need to do. As Drumley Banner, he keeps on winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one. But this time, though, he wins back-to-back fights now. He beat Chicago by TKO, and he wins with a knockout here. Fucking Jerome Light Banner. What a big win that was. 3-2 now. He's above 500. He thanks all of his sponsors for supporting him and backing him. Then also thanks his family, friends, and supporters. Jerome Light Banner asks about the knockouts. Says he managed to land that last punch perfectly, and then he knows that he can always rely on his punching power. That is for sure. As our next match, it is the Brazilian killer, Alex Stevling, versus Frank Shamrock. 15-1-1 with a wrestling Muay Thai background. Frank Shamrock, 25-10-2, is submission fighting and kickboxing background. AMC, Pankrington, Lions Den, -180, +140. This is gonna be a hell of a fight right here. Let's see if the fight gets to the second goddamn round, though. My God, we're almost at the co-main event, and we haven't yet to enter the second round. Exciting card nonetheless. Big John McCarthy's our referee, our judges. Round one begins. They touch gloves, looking for a takedown right off the rip. Stevling sprawls it brilliantly, not only preventing the takedown, but pushing Shamrock down on his hands and knees. He pounds away, but Shamrock deals with him blows very easily. Looking for a soccer kick to the head, but Shamrock wisely before his brain gets scrambled, as he comes back fast so he can back him off there. As two fighters come together and strike, but it's really tentative. Nothing comes of it. As he hits a tentative left hand. He lands a left hand, then catches Stevling with a right hook. They stand and trade in the center of the ring, but neither fighter gives or takes any real damage. As they're looking for Stevling now shoots him with a takedown. He gets it. As Shamrock has to pull guard. He tries to pound on Shamrock, but all the blows are comfortably dealt with. There's another takedown attempt. Shamrock pulls guard. Stevling setting it up well, though. Stevling shoots in for the takedown. They stand and trade in the center of the ring, but neither fighter gives or takes any real damage. Stevling lands a left hand and catches Stevling with a right hook. He hits a tentative left. He lands a left hand and catches Stevling with a right hook. They stand and trade in the center of the ring, but neither fighter gives or takes any real damages. Another takedown attempt, and he gets it again. Shamrock has to pull guard as Stevling tries to pound on Shamrock, but all the blows are comfortably dealt with. Shamrock reaches down and grabs a leg, looking for a sweep, but he doesn't Stevling doesn't let Shamrock sweep him, as he's looking to pass guard and get side control. Shamrock fights the attempt off. They wind up scrambling for position. Stevling's up fast and quickly grabs Shamrock as he too stands up, getting back control. He tries to push Shamrock towards the ropes, but he can't, as he tries to break free, as they break center, as then he lands a left jab that leaves himself wide open with an attempted kick to the body, and Stevling capitalizes by catching the leg. What a great job by Alex Stevling. As then he's got the 1 foot, so he's trying to just get him with a takedown. He gets the takedown. Shamrock's left on his back after the pull guard. So there's a few weak-looking punches that he decides his next move. As then but it doesn't do much damage. Shamrock loses his guard while defending the strikes, and Stevling is left standing in front of him. As Stevling kicks Shamrock to the thigh. There's another thigh kick, and now looks to get on top of Shamrock. He moves in quickly, scrambling for a position before Stevling can get a hold of him. The scramble begins as Shamrock sees that Stevling has left a leg in and quickly tries to seize it. As Shamrock is left turtle up, though, failing his attempt to grab a leg facing Stevling. That's a big error on Shamrock's part. Going for the leg and then ends up handing the advantage to his opponent. Then he's trying to get a knee to the fucking head, but Shamrock scooted backwards quickly enough and is able to stand right back up. Shamrock shoots in high speed, looking for the takedown. It's unsuccessful. Stevling blocks it as he sprawled him well, so he blocks it and manages to push Shamrock down to his hands and knees. There's a soccer kick. Seeing that soccer kick was about to be thrown to the body, Shamrock springs back to his feet. A 1-2 from Stevling fails to land, and Shamrock gets a hold of Stevling. He tries to wrestle him backwards up against the ropes. He can't manage it, though, as Stevling fought it well. He can't keep control of Shamrock in the gravel, though, as he's soon being pushed around. And again, Shamrock trying to push him up against the ropes. He does so this time. Now he's looking to go low and take both his legs for a double leg fucking takedown. But Stevling blocks it, keeping a solid base. Now he's down again, looking for it. He gets it this time, though, as Shamrock's inside control. Throws a few strikes without venom. Throws some small strikes, but it's clear just taking a moment to catch his breath. Blocks his attempt to pull guard. 60 seconds left in the round. Throws a few strikes that are thrown without venom. He tries to move to guard, but Shamrock doesn't allow it. Pounds away with rights, but doesn't really do a great deal of damage. Tries to move to guard, but Shamrock doesn't allow it. And that is the end of the first round. Look at the fight metrics. You have to give that to Stevling. He's got the takedowns. He's got the strikes advantage. It's seems like it's Stebling's fight to lose at this point. He's been in my opinion, complete control, or maybe not complete control, but he's been in control of the fight nonetheless, more than what Frank Shamrock was. That was a very exciting fucking round to watch. As final round, 5 minutes left in the fight. Stevling can't connect with the jab and then lands a low leg kick. Moving in fast, Shamrock wrestles his way to a dominant position in the clinch. He's looking to muscle move against the ropes. He does so. And dropping down, secures a leg, starts looking for a takedown as Stebling's left hopping on the other one. It's not pretty, but Shamrock drives Stevling down to the mat. So now he's like 2 for 5 on takedowns, I believe. As Shamrock does a few right hands as he takes a moment to plan ahead. As Stevling attempts to sweep him, uses an elevator sweep to get Shamrock up and partially over, starting a wild scramble for position. He ends up having to pull guard, though, losing out on the scramble. As Shamrock pounds away with right hands, but doesn't do much damage. He blocks Stevling as he tries to sweep from the guard. He's trying to pass guard now. He can't fend off the effort and only stops Shamrock at half guard. Throws a few strikes there without venom again. Tries to get full guard on Shamrock, but doesn't get anywhere with it as he throws a few strikes, but is clearly slowing things down so he can catch his breath. There's another, right hand to the body. He's just trying to stay on top of this point and control the whole round, which he basically does. He just tries to pound Stevling, but none of the blows anything to great power, and that is it. That is not the round you want if you're Alex Stevling. Frank Shamrock might have just won that fight right there. As he did. Yeah, unanimous decision for Frank Shamrock. My God. What a great fight. What a great effort from both men. That's a tough one for Alex Stevling. He had the fight going into the second round, but Frank Shamrock dominated that entire round. Tough one for sure, as Frank Shamrock gives a name check to everyone at Lions Den. All of his various spots within all of his friends, family, supporters. Frank Shamrock gives a show of respect to his opponent, as it's Dan Endo Anderson versus Ice Cold Igor is our co-main event. 12-2, 45-5-1, no contest for Ice Cold Igor. At 5'8", 210, Dan Anderson will tower over him as a Greco-Roman wrestling background, kickboxing background from Igor. Minus 200 for Dan Anderson, plus 200 for Ice Cold Igor. No team for Igor. Team Quest for Hendo. 30 years old. My God, big jumper guard they stand out there as our referee, our judges. Igor's looking significantly bigger than Henderson as they prepare for the fight, even though they weighed in exactly the same yesterday, which is kind of weird. It's an open weight fight, but I guess that you can kind of just weigh in about the same and then have the advantage in this on the next night. As that's the opening bell. As Igor deliberately doesn't touch gloves to start this off, he closes in on Henderson, looking to unleash some strikes. He fails to find home on this jab. He hits Henderson with the beauty of a straight right. And Henderson might have had a broken nose after that shot, and there's blood pouring down his face. It's going to cause Henderson some major problems, with his breathing. Henderson backs off, but he does not look all that steady on his feet, and clearly that last blow has rocked him. As he moves in to smack Henderson with an overhead right, and down he goes. There's a knockdown. Igor senses victory, starts unloading with punches, and starts unloading with massive rights, and Henderson is getting plastered with him, and there's Big John McCarthy step in and saves Dan Anderson from taking any more shots. Jesus. Ice Cold Igor with the win. My God, a TKO win, not even 43 seconds. How many fights have lasted? Not even a minute in the fucking fight, and have been finished off here. What a fucking card this has been. 12-3 for Dan Anderson. 46-5-1 for Ice Cold Igor. What a goddamn performance. I think Ice Cold Igor, with this win, he lost to Josh. He beat Josh Barnett. He beat Kevin Randall. He's beaten Pedro Hizzo. He's just only lost to fucking Big Nog. That was the last time, and they fought last year at Cold Fury, too. It's kind of crazy he has not fought an entire year in 2003. That's just kind of bad scheduling on our parts, really. But here, he gets the big win, and hopefully, in 2004, we get the rematch set up for him and Big Nog, as he name checks all of his sponsors, and he thanks all of his fans who turn out to support him. As Nobika Takata versus Hideko Yoshida, our main event, it is finally here as a 5-7 record for Nobika Takata at 41 years old. This could be his last ever fight against Hideko Yoshida at 34 years old, 1-0 pro record. Both, from Yokohama for Nobika Takata and Tokyo for Hideko Yoshida. Minus 780, plus 620. This is a bit one-sided for the main event, as the crowd gives both fighters a good reaction to their interests, as you have two hometown favorites squaring off for this bout. The opening bell. Yoshida looked like he was going in to step in and grapple, but Takata simply took the initiative first. A punch from Takata fails to land. A jab is wide from Takata, but then he lands on the right hand. He can't connect with the jab and then scores with the right cross. A punch from Takata fails to land. He seizes the chances and grabs him in the clinch. He uses a nice knee strike from the grapple and catches Takata to the side of the stomach. He's trying to lock Takata into a Muay Thai clinch. He manages to now controls Takata by the back of the head. From the clinch, Yoshida drives a huge knee to the stomach as Yoshida keeps control of the clinch despite missing a knee strike. Blocks a knee strike but cannot free him of the Muay Thai clinch. Uses the clinch. Yoshida uses a vicious knee to the ribs of Takata. He misses a knee strike but maintains the control of the clinch. Again, another huge knee to the stomach. Finally, Takata escapes the Muay Thai clinch, and now Yoshida shoots him for the takedown. He can't complete the single leg, but he does end up standing holding the leg while Takata hops in place the other. Yoshida drives Takata up against the ropes. He tries to get Takata into a Muay Thai clinch. Halfway into the first round now, and from the clinch, Takata gets caught with a massive knee to the chest. He blocks a knee strike, but cannot get free of the Muay Thai clinch. From the clinch again, Takata gets caught with a massive knee strike to the chest as he tries to wrestle free of the Muay Thai clinch, but he can't. There's a fucking another huge knee to the chest, and again he can't wrestle free of it. As he breaks the Muay Thai clinch, Yoshida does, deciding to try a different strategy. As Takata's slowing down just a little bit as he starts to get into the gas tank now. Yoshida steps forward, willing to take a few shots as long as it gets close enough to wrestle. Punch from Takata fails to land. He seizes the chance and grabs Takata in the clinch again. There's another big knee to the body. As now some dirty boxing. He was trying to use some dirty boxing, but Takata instead uses his wrestling skills to smother him. As again, now Yoshida is the one trying to push Takata up against the ropes. He does so. Now Takata's pinned. As Yoshida goes for some dirty boxing, but Takata is aware of the danger and uses his wrestling to prevent any damage from happening. As again, using the wrestling to nullify any potential damage. There's a knee to strike to the ribs now, knee to the side of the stomach, and again prevents any dirty boxing from being done. And there's a hard stomp on the foot. And that's the first round, obviously all Yoshida there. As Takata has developed a large, deep purple bruise on the side. That looks nasty and will definitely be affecting his movement. 5 minutes left in the round, our final round, as he can't connect with the jab, but catches Yoshida with a right hook, does Takata, and there is a ragged-looking Takata, a ragged-looking takedown attempt from a visibly tighter Yoshida, but Takata can't stop the takedown and gives up side control. That's his first successful takedown of the fight. Yoshida tries to get in the mount. He rolls to his side as Takata tries to escape the mount, but only gives up his back instead. Now he's got both hooks in. He tries to get both hooks in, but he can't manage it, though, as he tries to turn over, does Takata. The turn is well executed, and Takata's able to twist around to get on top and guard. Wow, what a fucking turn of events that is. And now with a quick movement, Takata throws a shoulder smash to the face and upper chest of Yoshida. Yoshida trying to ensure an arm. He gets it. He gets an arm bar and straightens it, and there's a tap-out win for Hideko Yoshida. My God, what a submission win, and it was rated decent. That was only the decent fight of the whole fucking card. As he thanks all of his sponsors for backing him, and also thanks his family, friends, and supporters. Showing respect, Yoshida praises Takata for his skill and toughness. As rated 67, wow. If it wasn't for that main event, I think this would be rated a whole lot better. I mean, this is crazy. You have 1, 2, 3 if you count the prelims, plus this one went 115. So you can say 3.5 fucking fights went outside the first minute of the round. That was awesome. What a fucking card that was. That was a lot of fun. So popularity increased everywhere. Awesome. Submission of the night for Yoshida. Fight of the night for Frank Shamrock and Alex Stevling. That makes sense. And then knockout of the night, Rich Franklin and Masakatsu Funaki. Fantastic card. A lot of fun there. As now that we got that over with, we can look at the end of the year awards and the records and whatnot, just to kind of see where we're at, as we're now going to be 4 years into the mod. That is nuts. As a lot of contract renewals and some broadcast reminders. How fun. Obviously, we want to re-sign Fabricio for Doom, Heath Herring, and Ogawa, which probably, honestly, Ogawa, we're gonna send them down. We're gonna send them down to the rings and let them do that, as we'll sign them, but then obviously send them back down as we'll do cut from roster. We're just gonna see where we're at here. Yeah, definitely Ogawa. Hell yeah. I mean, that's tough, but, you know, it's just, he's 35 years old. It's kind of be perfect for what we want to do. And then we got to re-sign Sky Sports 2 and Channel 10. So that's Sky Sports 2, Channel 10. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, so... I guess we might as well advance it, because there's a lot of cards happening here on Saturday. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously, before we look at the records and whatnot. Fun times indeed. As well. I'm surprised he didn't win on his debut. Interesting. As, Tamami Nakamura, 3-3. The 8th flyweight in the world, working for Smack Girl. As all know, is it frozen? This ain't good. I figured it would be, this would go off without a hitch. Well, that was where the game fucking crashed while we were trying to advance it. So I gotta do all this all over again. That's fun. I just wanna... Oh wow, he's got a contract offer from the UFC. Never mind. Yeah, we have advanced as far. So we'll just go with 60,000. Okay, perfect. And then he's tearing, which does not have any other offers. Man, it sucks I gotta do this all fucking over again. It's annoying. Boy, imagine if we can never get past it. We can just, we're always stuck here. That would be very shitty. Sky Sports 2. Channel 10. Oh, no, we already have. Okay, yeah, we... Wow, that was weird. Wonder why that was. As always, it's still Sunday. Igor's #1. UFC wants Ogawa. Honestly, they could... If we were not at the position where we could just sign anybody we wanted, I probably wouldn't let them... I'd probably just let them walk, but... Might as well. Might as well have them in rings. There's an M1 card. Tim Kennedy, Diego Sanchez. That's it. Hoping Diego wins. Diego's been on a bit of a tear so far. I don't think he's lost. Yeah, he's 5-0, 6-0 now. Definitely need to bring him in when we do a lightweight division. I mean, who doesn't love Diego Sanchez? He's a fucking warrior. Warrior Tim Kennedy gets the win. 7-2 now for Tim Kennedy. Oh yeah. Alright, now on to 2004. Our new year, new me. My god. Fight of the year, Vanderlei Silva, makes sense. Having Alex Stevling and Frank Shamrock wins. Come of the year, Pride FC. Shocker. Female fight of the year. As, oh, that's weird. She won over Yuki Kondo. But it's a different Yuki Kondo. Jennifer Howe. Fight of the year, Pancrase fight. As it was, yeah. Show of the year was an M1 card. As Sergey Karlov winning by submission. Knockout of the year was Michael Sanjin Kwok. The knockout of the year as at KOTC 21. Submission of the year, which that was from the fight of the year. And then rookie of the year was Patrick Coute. Main event of the year was that fucking show of the year main event. Team of the year was Renzo Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Well, then upset of the year there as Alberto Crane, as that was at KOTC. Oh, that happened in December too. The worst fight, George St. Pierre win. That's so funny. It's always Pancrase, man. Pancrase always either has the let's see, usually, oh no, that they had the M1, and then, yeah, but usually, let's see, so Pancrase. So 1 year, yeah, they've always had the worst fight of the year since we've done this. That's hilarious. And it's always been, besides our first year, actually, UFC won it, the Comedy of the Year the first ever year. And ever since then, it's been Pride FC. It's been a Pride FC Fighter of the Year every time. So that's fun. And then, man, we had the Fighter of the Year way back when. Our fucking Kazuki, Fujita, and Hans Niemann. That was, I think, that was the opener of the Grand Prix opening round fight cards. That was fun. Yeah, that's, and we haven't been anywhere close since then. As we'll look at the records since we're 4 years in. So we've had the best show commercially. We've had the 100%, I think, a couple times, but definitely Pride 23 Champion Chaos 2. Most broadcasted revenue was Final Conflict 2003, which was Vanderlei Silva, Alex Stevling, and Quentin Rampage Jackson, Murlio Rua, Big Nog, Josh Barnett, Murlio, Anderson Silva. Obviously, this was the side A, if you will, of the middleweight Grand Prix. As worst fight of the year ever was Masatsu Yano and Geoff Ford, Pancrase in August 2000, Takata and Funaki. Best KO was at UFC 56. Best submission was at Rings, July 2001. The best main event was Masakatsu Funaki and Oleg Takratov. So that's, again, the worst fight ever and then the best main event ever so far in the mod. Happened on the same card. The biggest upset. Wow, that was a big-ass upset. Plus 950, minus 1,200. Yeah, that makes sense. Quickest win. Fucking Quentin Rampage Jackson over Masatsu Yano with a knockout punch in 10 seconds. The quickest submission was in Rings, which Couture and Wiccan, which was July 2002. Quickest title win, Carl Uno winning in the WEC 1 card, as it was 42 seconds. Quickest title bout win, Geoff Ford over Fabio at Mecca 17, 33 seconds. That's just kind of where we're at as far as records and whatnot. That's fun. That was a fun little trip down memory lane as Ogawa was getting a fucking. Let's see where they're at. Oh my god, 73,000. I'll do 75. So funny, we're putting all this money into someone and they're just gonna be in our death fed. So fun. Oh, Diego Sanchez is coming to an end. This is, this would be the time to sign him up. I mean, we could. I don't want him to be like in welterweight when he's deaf. Well, I mean, he is a welterweight fighter. I don't know why I thought he was in lightweight. Yeah, we'll sign him. Yeah, Diego Sanchez would be perfect. Can't. Son of a bitch. That stuff. Damn. Well, thank you all for watching, as we'll catch you guys for, I believe it is Pride at 27 Inferno. It is. As, man, the schedule's pretty much set. We haven't had anything besides after Final Conflict. We haven't had anything booked, because, we're going to do a Shockwave card and whatnot. Obviously, we're going to do stuff in September and October, and probably even November. But yeah, we've gotten this far. Obviously, the main event, or then at the main event, the finals of the middleweight Grand Prix is happening. We got Pete Williams taking on Big Nog for the heavyweight title. American Bushido 2, fucking Randy Couture and Marco Huss, which if Randy Couture wins, I'm assuming at either total elimination, or at American Bushido 3, Big Nog's going to defend his title against Randy Couture. If not, it's kind of, I feel like if, let's just say Pete Williams beats Big Nog here. At American Bushido 2, we're probably going to have it in the main if we can. Probably not, though. Yeah, that's February. And then that's in February, too. So probably in total elimination, Ken in the main event, I'm assuming at least, we'll do either Pete Williams and Igor, or Big Nog and Igor. And then at American Bushido 3, hopefully, it may be Critical Countdown. I basically, an American Bushido card, I want Randy Couture, if he beats Marco Huss, which he probably will, want him to take on the heavyweight champion. That'd just be, I think it'd be a fun thing to do, a smart thing to do. But yeah, this is where we're at on the ratings wise. We'll update it, even though it shouldn't really be updated. Doesn't need to be, but yeah, I mean, we got, trying to think, yeah, Andre Vosky's almost in the top 5. He definitely deserves to be in title contention. Igor's number 1, which is kind of hilarious. So yeah, definitely needs to be the next guy to have a championship match. Alex Stevling, poor Alex Stevling, he's taking on Vanderlei Silva and Frank Shamrock. We kind of want to give someone like Henzo or even Igor and Noe, just somebody that kind of like a tomato can to beat and whatnot. Exciting times. We're going to have our third division, the welterweight division. We're probably going to add that at total elimination. So, I mean, we could add that to the game right now, but we're not. We're just going to wait until that time period happens and we sign more welterweights and whatnot. But I think right now we have at least 10 people. Could be wrong. I want to have at least, 16 or 12, 16 people in there. So we're getting close, though. But yep, that will do it for this episode, and we'll get you guys for Pride Inferno. Take care, everyone.